Hanging, man. Just out here in Corpus, man. Getting to know. I was around Corpus last night, running around. We went to some small, great Italian restaurant that was dope. Is it called Bella Luca?
Bella Luna.
Bella Luna, yeah.
They got some good food over there.
Some good pasta, a little bit of wine. We had a good time, man. Jumped up. We checked out Republic, that top, the bar up there.
Yep, on top of the hotel, right?
That was cool. We learned a little bit about Corpus.
Yeah.
History with.
Do you like it?
Yeah, man. Funny thing is, my one of my best friend's cousin was Selena Quintanilla.
Really?
My buddy's name's Connor Quintanilla.
So you have some kind of ties. There's
some kind of ties. Yeah, I'm the godfather of his child. Also, he lives over in San Antonio, 2 hours away from you guys. So I come out to Texas quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're not new to the music business. You've been doing this since you were, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 9.
Okay.
And then eventually got discovered by Pharrell Williams when I was 15 years old, and he's my mentor and you know one of my great friends now. And put out my first song with Pharrell when I was 21. It's called Liar Liar, and that went #1 internationally. Kind of took me around the world, gave me the opportunity to travel, tour. So I've been touring for the last 4 or 5 years. And
you were living in Paris, am I right? For a while.
Lived in Paris for a while, which was really cool. I mean, it was all just really cool to see as a young kid. Opening your mind, seeing all these different cultures, kind of understanding a little bit, you know, which each market loves, what do they like in music, what the taste is. And now I came back, signed a new contract with Sony, got my good friend Cisco from Sony over here.
Congrats.
Yeah.
And we just put out the first record, which is Just Wanna Love You, featuring J Balvin.
If people can, are barely getting introduced to you and your music, what would you describe your music?
Man, I'd say it's a fusion of all sorts of stuff that I grew up listening to reggae music. My father was a fisherman, so we'd spend a lot of time in the Bahamas. While he was fishing, I was running around listening to reggae, Bob Marley, Buju Banton, Gregory Isaacs. Then as I started getting into guitar, I started listening to rock and roll, started listening to people like Lenny Kravitz, who I've just started working with. And, I was listening to the Stones, Dylan. I was getting into Guns N' Roses, AC/DC. A lot of the guitar bands that were just, so big back in the day, just to get my feel going. And then my brother was listening to hip hop. My dad was listening to soul, R&B, and disco. So that's my music's like all that,
Wow.
hip hop, reggae, rock, pop.
When it comes to music, you're very diverse.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate, every form of music. So if it has a sound, I kind of listen to it and pick out what I like about it, or,
This new track that you just dropped, you're teaming up with J Balvin.
Yep.
Heavy hitter right there in the reggaeton scene.
He's coming through huge right now, man.
Yeah.
Yep. And you guys listen to a lot of reggaeton out here in Texas, actually. So.
How did that collabo happen?
Well, Pharrell introduced me to Balvin maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And he was like, yo, you guys should hang out. He's like, Balvin's going to be massive. Pharrell called it, as he was on the up. Pharrell was like, yo, this guy's going to explode. Y'all need to hang out. So I started hanging out and just became friends. And naturally, I just sent him the record because it was already done, actually. It had, it was full English. I was like, yo, this is kind of English reggaeton. I'm like, what do you think about this? And he's like, yo, I love it. He's like, cut out a piece for me. I'm going to be on the record.
Wow.
So that's kind of how it happened, just naturally. Sent it to him, just looking for an opinion. And then he was like, yo, I want to be on it. So I was like, done.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So cut out that second verse and he did his thing.
New single called Just Want to Love You. We want to introduce it to some of our listeners. Can we play it on the speakers?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying.
Let go.
That is sick.
Great song.
Cris Cab hooking up with J Balvin, Just Want to Love You.
Yes, sir.
That bass line hits in that song. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, man. That thing's funky.
It's kind of...
I worked with what's cool is because I worked with a French DJ on this. So there's like so many aspects of the song. There's that the verse part is like chill, kind of pop, traditional, and then it's like reggaeton.
Yeah.
And it has that Euro EDM, like
It
so it's got a little bit of something for everybody in there, And then it's English, Spanish.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I definitely think, this is a song that you can play in the club, and the ladies are just going to run to the dance floor like, oh my God, this is my jam right here.
Yeah.
Fellas, DJs, take notes right now. If you want to see the dance floor packed with nothing but ladies, play this song right here.
So no, it's for the ladies for sure. And then the song's talking about love. So
yeah. So what came about the song? What's the behind story about it?
A crazy ex-girlfriend. You know?
Those are juicy.
Yeah, you know, she was just being like, she was just acting out, like just making everything complicated. And I was just like, you know, why is this so complicated? You know, I just want to love you. Let's just do that. And she was like, nah, I want to be crazy. So I was like, all right.
Do that, get a song written about you.
Yeah. Well, it worked.
What does she think of the song? Does she know it's about her?
I'm sure by now.
She does now.
I'm sure she knows now. It's getting millions of views. You inspired a hit.
Yeah, speaking of views, over almost to 11 million views on YouTube
Almost
now.
at 11 million, yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you, bro.
So some other tracks that some of our listeners can check out. You got Liar Liar.
Liar Liar with Pharrell. It's myself featuring Pharrell. I got what else? I did a cover of Sting. If you guys are fans of Sting.
Wow.
Sting and the Police. I did a cover called Of Englishman in New York. And that did actually really well in Europe too. That's out there. Englishman in New York, Cris Cab version.
So do you like doing a lot of the cover songs? And
I did. I mean, that's how I kind of started. That's how Pharrell kind of discovered me and the internet. That's how I really started popping up. I did a cover of Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow. If you guys are on YouTube, you can check that out. It's my first, that's the first song I ever put out. It was a reggae remix of Black and Yellow.
Ooh.
So your music is kind of like funky, R&B, dance. Am I right?
Yeah, reggae.
R&B, all-time R&B artists. Who would you say?
All-time R&B artist?
Or let me ask you the question, because we talked about this morning on the morning show.
Mm-hmm.
If you could build your own musical Mount Rushmore, put 4 faces up there, who would it be? Any genre.
Bob Marley,
Dang.
Jimi Hendrix,
Wow.
Marvin Gaye,
For sure.
and Mick Jagger.
All talented.
And rolling, yeah.
All iconic.
Yeah, for sure. Those are my guys. Those are the guys I look up to a lot, you know.
Grab a lot of inspiration from and all that.
Hell yeah.
How many of them you met?
Out of those, none of those. Those are some of the classic guys, you know. But my more modern day. If I did a modern day Mount Rushmore, it'd probably be Pharrell, Lenny Kravitz, throw Wyclef Jean in there,
Dope.
you know. And then hip hop wise, you know, you'd probably throw in, a Jay-Z maybe, or a Drake, you know. It's kind of the modern Mount Rushmore.
You can't put Drake in there. He's from Canada.
Well, yeah.
That's true. No, you're right. That's a very good point. So
because whatever ones he roots for, they lose.
So I think we're gonna go with. Yeah, that's true. And then also, I don't want that bad juju.
We'll just say
we'll give him a merch shirt. Nothing.
Give us a couple years. We'll put your face up there. That's the answer we want to put,
the
right?
goal. Yeah. That's happening for sure.
So if people want to find your music,
check me out on all formats except Tinder or Bumble. I'm not on there. But it's Cris Cab. No H in Chris. Doesn't make any sound. So we cut that out. Cris Cab.
be looking for his new single, Just Wanna Love You. Cris Cab featuring J Balvin in the studio right here. Appreciate you stopping by here in Corpus
Absolutely.
Christi.
Thank you guys for having me, man.